This is the next question which had appeared in April 2017 question paper for 12 marks. Here is the load given where A, B, C, D all are simply supported. 6 meter AB, BC 5 meter and CD is 4 meter. AB carries 40 kilonewton per meter, BC carries 20 kilonewton per meter and CD carries 30 kilonewton meter. It is also given that EI is uniform, so it is EI for all the three spans. Now this is easy. First step, calculate fixed end moments. So I have taken each span and calculated fixed end moments. We know that MFAB is for the UDL throughout the span WL square by 12 minus 120 kilonewton meter. Similarly MFBC is also calculated using the formula minus WL square by 12, and this is plus WL square by 12 MFCB. Then MFCD is minus WL square by 12, and we get these values. So the next step is calculating distribution factor. Distribution factor is also easy. Let us start writing BA. A is simple support, so 3 EI by L. So this is 3 by 6 EI, which is equal to 0.5 times EI. Okay, BC is 4 EI by L because C is continuous over support. So 4 divided by 5 EI, which is equal to 0.8 EI. So when we add this, we get 1.3 EI, right? So then 0.5 divided by 1.3, I am writing it quickly without wasting much time, 0.38, and 0.8 divided by 1.3, we get value 0.62. So this is distribution factor at joint B. Add it, you should get 1. Okay. Similarly CB, B is continuous over support, so 4 EI by L. So we get 0.8 times EI here. Okay. CD, D is simple support, so 3 EI by L. So we get 3 divided by 4 EI, which is equal to 0.75 times EI. Okay, we add it and we get the value 1.55 EI, right? Then 0.8 divided by 1.55. Okay, this is the same thing, same steps. So divide by that value, we get 0.48. So if you add this also, you should get one value at the joint. Now calculate the hogging moments. To calculate the hogging moments, we'll quickly enter whatever data we have got from step 2 and 1. So this is 0.38. Okay, this is 0.38. This is 0.62. This is 0.52. This is 0.48. So we have got this distribution factor. Enter the fixed end moments you have got in step 1. You have calculated this using the formulas. Okay, now check if any of the support, exterior support, is simply supported. Yes, we have support A and D simply supported, so release that. Release A and D. Very first step, release A and D. So how we are going to release it? Plus 120, balance and release. Okay, so plus 120 and this is minus 40. So whatever value you have to balance it. You have to make this 0. So here we get 0, but transfer that 50% to the adjacent joint. So this goes half here, this goes half here. So this becomes positive 60 and this becomes minus 20. So this is carryover, and finally this is 0, this is 0 because it is simply supported. This is 180, 41.67, 41.67, this is minus 60, this is 0. So now iterations we have to carry out. These are the unbalanced moment at a joint. We have to iterate it and distribute the moments to get final hogging moments. Nothing is transferred to the simply supported end. Remember this. So let us start the iteration. 180 minus 41.67. So 180 minus 41.67, value is 138.33. This is unbalanced moment at joint B. Now to balance it, we have to use a opposite sign. 138.33 into distribution factor 0.38. Similarly, 138.33 into 0.62. Calculate that value and write in the respective column. So I can write minus 52.57, rounding up to 2 decimal places. Similarly, 62. So this is 85.76. Okay. Similarly, at joint C, 41.67 minus 60. So 41.67 minus 60. This value is unbalanced moment at joint C. To balance it, we have 18.33 positive into 0.52 distribution factor. Similarly, 18.33 into 0.48. Calculate that value, 18.33 into 0.52, and write 9.53. Similarly, 18.33 into 0.48, and we get value 8.80. Okay. Now what is the next step? This is balance. This is balancing. Okay. Now what is the next step? Carry over. You cannot send moment to this support. You cannot send moment to this support. Support A and D is simply supported. So you cannot send any value to the joint A and D. But you can send the values this way. Okay, to the adjacent joint. So 50% here, 85.76 divided by 2 minus 42.88, 9.53 divided by 2. This is 4.77. Okay. Now this is unbalanced moment again. This is carryover. Okay. Unbalanced moment again here. So we have to balance it. So how much will be the value? Since this is positive, I am using it minus 4.77 into 0.38 and 4.77 minus into 0.62. 4.77 into 0.38. This is 1.81, and 4.77 into 0.62. This is 2.96. Similarly, 42.88 into 0.52 and 42.88 into 0.48. Okay. This is 22.3. Okay. And that is 20.58. Again iteration, we have to do minimum 3 iterations here, or till we get negligible values. So 2.96 divided by 2, 1.48, 22.3 divided by 2, 11.15. Again this is balancing. Okay, this is carryover, unbalanced moment. Please balance it again. One more iteration. So 11.15 into 0.62, 11.15 into 0.38. I will write it 1. This is minus, this is minus, this is minus, so this is plus here. 1.48 into 0.52, 1.48 into 0.48. Okay, so 11.15 into 0.38, value is 4.24, and here 62, 6.91, 1.48 into 0.52, this is 0.77, and the other value is 0.71. okay, now one more iteration, let's go for it. This is balancing. Okay, again carry over. 50% of 0.77 is 0.385, and this is minus again. Okay, 6.91 divided by 2, so this is minus 3.46. I will make this also 0.39 up to 2 decimal places. Okay, 0.39. so again iteration, this value into distribution factor, I am not writing again, 0.15, this is minus 0.24 minus 3.46 into 0.52, 1.80 positive, 3.46 into 0.48, this is 1.66. let us check now after 3 iteration, or you can still do some more iterations if you wish to. Okay, but I will add here and check. This will remain 0 because simply supported, and now from here onwards below this line you have to add. This is already added and written here, so these are the values to be considered. So whatever in the blue ink, please add and check. Please be careful with the signs. 121.23 here, calculate. Yes, we have got the check at least at joint B. Let us check at joint C. We get answer 28.25 here. Yes, we have got finally the hogging moments. These are final hogging moments. Final hogging moments. Let us draw a diagram for the fixity. Okay, 0 here, no issue. 121.23 clockwise, anti-clockwise, clockwise 28.25, and anti-clockwise. So if you see, everything is on the hogging side, on top side, negative side. Okay, so here we can easily draw 121. Let us make it higher. Okay, 28 here and there. So this is fixity VMD. Okay, next step is calculate reactions due to moments. Next step is reaction due to moments. We have sketch here, so I'm not drawing it again. So we need what? We need difference between this we need difference between this. Divide by length of the beam, 121.23 minus 0, divide by 6. So it is 121.23 divided by 6, value is 20.205 kilonewton. Similarly, reaction BC, we need this difference now. From here to here we need this difference, so it is going to be 121.23 minus 28.25 divided by 5, that is the beam length BC, divided by 5. So it is 18.596 kilonewton. And finally CD, we have this 28.25 minus 0 divided by 4. So 28.25 divided by 4, this is 7.06 kilonewton. Okay, where it will be added and where it will be deducted. B is more, so quickly 20.205 here at RA minus 20.205. Similarly at B, here A, B, B and C. Okay, at B it will be added 18.596 and deducted here 18.596, and here again at C it will be added 7.06 and this will be deducted. So we get all the reactions due to moments. Next step is analyze the beam as simply supported beam. So step number 5, now I'm going to analyze each beam as a simply supported beam. So I'm considering AB span. This is a symmetrically loaded beam, so reaction at A and reaction at B1 50% is shared by each support. So it is total load 40 into 6 divided by 2, that is 120 kilonewton. Similarly, moment AB I have calculated here, which is WL square by 8 for a beam carrying a UDL throughout its span, simply supported beam. So it's 180 kilonewton meter. Similarly, I have also calculated reactions for BC beam. Okay, RB2 and RC1, 20 into 5, total load divided by 2, 50% each support shares, and the moment WL square by 8, sagging positive moment 62.5 kilonewton meter I have got, and likewise I have got 60 kilonewton at RC2 and RD each, and moment, hogging moment is 60 kilonewton meter. Now the now the next step is draw BMD. This is same thing what I have drawn. This is a fixity BMD I have drawn soon after step number 3. Okay, now I'm going to superimpose whatever values I have got in simply supported analysis and complete the combined BMD. Now this value is important here, 180 UDL. Let us mark that 180, a parabola here. Okay, this is 180. Okay, then second part 62.5 should be somewhere here. Okay, a complete parabola, 62.5 kilonewton meter, and finally 60 should come in the same line, almost same line. This must be like this. So this is minus, this is minus, this is plus, this is plus. So highlight that. This completes combined BMD. Now we have next step, that is calculate actual reactions. This is very simple. We know that we get all these values from step number 4 and 5. Okay, let us make the table and get the final answers for the same, and draw combined shear force diagram. So actual reactions we have here. Okay, due to simply supported from step number 5, 120, 50 and 60. Then fixity from step number 4 I have entered here, and then adding that I get reactions. So Reaction at B is 140.205 plus 68.596. This is 208.801. 31.404 plus 67.06. This is 98.464. Okay, so let us draw shear force diagram. Step number 8, combine SFT. 99 on top, it moves up. You can draw all the loads and reactions again, and draw a proper sketch. Minus 40 into 6, so this gives me value 140. Should come, I can mark it here, 205. Join this. Okay, plus 208.801, so I get 68.596, 68.596. Okay, then minus 20 into 5, so I get 31.404 minus 31.404, then plus 98.464, 67.06, minus 20 into 4, 30 into 4, 30 into 4, I get value 52.94 minus, join this, and then plus 52.4, this closes. So this completes your shear force diagram. Okay, combine shear force diagram.